This attack by Israel on a residential area housing embassies and schools shows the blatant disregard for human life. Israel's systematic expansion of the conflict zone from Gaza to Lebanon, then to Iran, Syria, Yemen, and now Qatar, is a deliberate strategy. We thank Korean presidency for the prompt convening of this emergency meeting. I also want to thank USG Ms. Rosemary DiCarlo for her comprehensive briefings on the alarming development unfolding in the Middle East. We welcome the participation in this meeting of His Excellency Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdulrahman Al Thani, the Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs of Qatar. His Excellency Ayman Safadi, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs of Jordan, as well as the representatives from the region, mainly UAE, Turkey, Iraq, Kuwait, and Egypt. Mr. President, the Israeli airstrikes on residential areas in Doxa, the capital of Qatar, on September 9th marks a grave and perilous escalation. It has far-reaching consequences, not only for the countries directly involved, but for the entire region and beyond. We unequivocally condemn this brazen act of aggression, which is a flagrant violation of Qatar's sovereignty and territorial integrity and risks the destabilizing an already fragile region. Such actions are in direct defiance of the core principles enshrined in the United Nations Charter, notably Article 2, Paragraph 4, which prohibits the threat or use of force against any state's territorial integrity or political independence. Somalia stands in solidarity with the sisterly state of Qatar and supports its right to take all necessary measures to safeguard its sovereignty and security. Our delegation extends its deepest condolence to the government and people of Qatar for the loss of lives and wishes a speedy recovery to all injured. This attack by Israel on a residential area housing embassies and schools shows the blatant disregard for human life. Mr. President, these consequences are not merely coincidence. Israel's systematic expansion of the conflict zone from Gaza to Lebanon, then to Iran, Syria, Yemen, and now Qatar, is a deliberate strategy. This military strike unfolded when negotiators engaged in talks over the US-backed ceasefire proposal. It was aimed at undermining the ongoing mediation efforts in the conflict in Gaza, striving and for immediate and unconditional ceasefire, the release of all arbitrarily detained, including those whom we have heard the pleas of their loved ones in this chamber, and unhindered humanitarian access to the civilian population, mainly women and children suffering from the IBC's declared man-made famine by Israel. History has shown that every escalation and military attack only dims the already fragile hope for peace in the Middle East. We call on all parties to exercise restraint and avoid further escalation that will worsen the suffering and instability in the region. Qatar's role as mediator in seeking to end this conflict has been invaluable and deserves recognition, not retaliation. Attacking those who are actively working to bring peace to the long-standing conflict in the occupied Palestinian land undermines the very goals we all share. The Security Council bears a clear responsibility to uphold international peace and security. To remain silent or inactive in the face of this brazen violation of the sovereignty will be to reduce international law to a mere suggestion, subject to the will of the aggressors. We cannot allow these actions to continue or become an accepted practice. We call on all Council members to unite with determination to immediately condemn this aggression and renew efforts for for a dialogue and diplomacy without delay. True and lasting peace in the Middle East demands confronting the well-known root causes of perpetual instability in accordance with international law and its covenants. To conclude, Mr. President, Somalia reaffirms its unwavering solidarity with the people of Qatar and joins the international community in demanding a swift return to diplomacy and adherence to international legal norms and the principles enshrined in the United Nations Charter. I thank you.
I thank the representative of Somalia for the state.
Internet Plus waa adeeg ay macaamiishu ka heli karaan internet fiber ah ku hadal iyo IPTV ula socda receiver ay ku jiraan in ka badan 4,000 oo kanaal. Internetka guryaha ku shubo $25 oo hel internet xawaarihiisu uu yahay 20 megabyte per second iyo 200 daqiiqo oo ku hadal gudaha ah ama ku shubo $30 oo hel internet xawaarihiisu yahay 30 megabyte per second iyo 200 daqiiqo oo ku hadal gudaha ah. Internetka xafiisyada ku shubo $50 oo hel internet xawaarihiisu uu yahay 55 megabyte per second iyo 400 daqiiqo oo ku hadal gudaha ah ama ku shubo $90 oo hel internet xawaarihiisu uu yahay 110 megabyte per second iyo 700 daqiiqo oo ku hadal gudaha ah.